All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Dr. Cheryl Clarke coming to you with our Tuesday morning call. And it's the power call. We come every Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I really put in the space how we can begin to move better with our voices as brown and black women. So let's get right into it. So if you got your book, girl, you cute, we have a Speak Your Power Now declaration right in the front of the book, and let's go forth. Take a nice, long, so deep breath in through the nostrils and exhale that out. Take a nice, long, so deep breath in through the nostrils once again and exhale that out. Today, I reclaim my power of purpose. Today, I declare that I have unshakable faith and confidence in my uniqueness. Today, I declare that I will not live in fear, but with power, love, and a sound mind. Today, I declare that I always communicate with words to empower myself and others. Today, I declare to always honor myself by living in the present and living powerfully in each moment. Amen and Ashe. Well, I always come on and I give a little psychoeducation along with some teaching in regards to how Black and brown women can begin to move more powerfully in the earth with their voices. That's it. And then we can also help others begin to see how we can begin to hold our voice and not lose our voice when we feel like we're triggered or something's happening around us. So today, I always have a theme, I always have a topic. Today is when strong becomes silent, and how Black and brown women that we are trained to carry more than our voice could hold. I want you to think about that. I want you to think about the lie that has been told to us over some years about us being the strong Black woman. How many of us has heard that? Go ahead and put in the chat. How many of us has heard that you have been the strong Black woman? We don't have pain. We don't have anything that will hurt us. Yes, we do. That is a situation where I want you to know that you don't always have to work or be strong. You don't always have to be that strong Black woman, that strong brown woman. I want to start with a story you may not have heard before because, I've dealt with a lot of women that have come into my office over the years. And this woman is brilliant. She's a high achiever, she's successful. And what's going on is that she's emotionally shut down. What does that mean? I asked her when I first learned about how she silenced herself. She's emotionally not even connected with self. And I asked her, I said, when did you learn to silence yourself? And she says, I don't remember learning that. Cheryl, Dr. Clarke, I don't even remember learning that. I just remember being praised for being strong. Now listen to this. Being praised for being strong, being praised for being reliable, being praised for doing all the things that you think is what we're supposed to be doing, right? Unshakable, unbothered, unmoved. And when she realized that some of us never learned to use our voice, it's because we were so busy learning how to carry everything else for others. The expectations are loud. Our voices became quiet. So this is where I started to see this gap. I started to see this gap in a lot of women that came, successful women, brilliant women that came into the office. How does burden of being strong, instead of saying, I want to be seen? Now, see, let's talk about this truth. Let's talk about this that's rarely ever said. That you may have heard this. Black and brown women are taught to take care of everybody else, absorb everyone else's emotions, solve the problems quietly, keep the peace. Don't bring any attention to yourself. Don't be dramatic. Now, I'm not saying this happen for any other culture, but what I am saying is that I know there's times in this space when we need to begin to look at ourselves. And I want you to look at how you are now seeing where it's a mixture, where you have silenced your own needs. You silence the disappointment. You don't even voice the disappointments. You don't even have good boundaries. And you're exhausted at the end of the day. So we didn't just silence ourselves, we began to have survival conversations. Now, what does that mean? Survival conversations is those conversations where we silence ourselves and have those survival expectations. That isn't that you're being quiet because like you're over I would say it like this. The silence didn't come overnight. The silence came in conversations when you felt like you was being diminished. Silence ourselves, and then what happens is it's just not about being quiet. It's not even being shy. It's not, this is about really socialization that we have to begin to fit in. But I want you to see this, that we are generationally trained to act and be like this. And in psychology, it's an automatic thing. It's an automatic thing. It's an automatic role that we fall into. So here's some psychology I usually give into this. When that automatic thought begins to happen, I want you to look at the role that you carry, your identity that you carry. Are you that strong one? Are you that responsible one? Are you that caretaker? Who are you emotionally moving into that space? And then you tend to shrink. And then your voice gets diminished. Well, you may be exhausted and you don't know how to say, I need support. You know, I have a good friend that passed away not too long ago, and she was always the one that everyone came to. She was always the one that showed up at the house. She showed up for this. She showed up for that. She was the one that was cooking. She was the one that did this. She was the one. She passed away. She got very ill over the time, but she passed away. This is also, I would call this a hyper interdependence conditioning. Now, I probably just made that all up. Hyper means, hey, it's going every which way. Independence, like we could do it ourselves. We got it. I got it. That's a conditioning. Don't ask for help. Don't need too much. I don't want to be a burden. So we protect ourselves by saying, this is what we need to do. And we learn how to emotionally detach. So everyone else's emotions matter. We minimize ourselves to make everyone else comfortable. And I want you to look at yourself today. No longer are you going to be disconnected from self. No longer are you going to normalize hurt or pain. You're going to feel it and begin to move through it. And how you begin to look at when silence does show up. Let me just show you this. I want you to look at yourself as an adult. And I want you to look, if you may be an adult, you may be a minor looking at this, whatever it is that you're looking at from this lens. And I want us to get really real now. Silence doesn't just stay in your childhood, it follows you. So the women who never asked for help, right, because they were praised for handling it. That no longer works because you're struggling alone. The women who apologize for expressing their needs because they want to try to inconvenience someone. No, that no longer works. The women who shut down because they don't want to have conflict. Conflict is good. But you avoid conflict, I want you to look at that. You got to be able to learn how to debate. You got to be able to learn how to begin to stand your ground. And then women that feel guilty for resting. Strong girls don't stop. Keep going, keep going, keep going. The fear that when you speak up and say that I'm exhausted. No. This is why I came up with the voice recovery method. Because what it does, it gives you a healing framework. The permission to say out loud that my saying that my needs and verbalizing my needs doesn't make me weak. My saying that the permission to feel my emotions, they matter. And be able to do it in a way that you don't have to feel guilty. And also, you know what? This is another one, the permission to receive. When someone pours into you, I'm like, oh no, it's okay. No, 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 no. Receive it. Someone said, you know what, Cheryl, you look good. So I said, well, thank you very much. Let me sip on my tea. Hello. So that's how you remember when you don't receive something or saying, can I help you? You cannot speak with your power if you're running on empty. Write that in the chat. You cannot speak your power if you're running on empty. Give yourself permission to pause. Silence anything that doesn't serve you anymore around you. And begin to move in a space where you can hear yourself be more of a, I'm going to ask for that support. You're not responsible for every human being, even the one you birth, even the one that's in your family. So this week's challenge, and I will call it a challenge for some of us. Some of us, this may be easy. I want you to ask yourself this week, where have I silenced myself? Where have I silenced myself? Where have I always shown up as be the strong one? I want you to look at that. What is the one thing that you need right now? And I want you to voice it. What are the expectations that others have of you? And where can I grow my voice to stand up? Now, I want you to write them down. I want you to write them down. And this week, what I want you to do is I want you to look back at this video and I want you to just say to yourself, I release any burdens. I deserve support. I deserve rest. My voice matters. I reclaim parts of me that I may have buried. My humanity is enough. My voice is free. See, what this is going to do is going to allow you to understand that your voice matters. It's going to allow you to understand to leave space for it. We've been conditioned, you've heard me talk a lot about this, that the conditioning of the silencing of our voice is a tool. Our voice is a tool. So what we need to do is begin to move in there and stop apologizing when you hit the rooms. Culturally silencing yourself and culturally moving in the spaces because you may feel like someone is I talked about last week, being aggressive, and you have your whole armor on ready for attack. You don't need to do that either. Sometimes we smile over the wounds. I get it. Things do happen. You laugh in the trauma. You crack jokes. I was the one that used to be cracking those jokes. Until I learned how to begin to move and heal the spaces and places in my heart so that my voice can be heard. So this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity today to take this challenge on. This is your opportunity to know that you matter. Your voice matters. And like always that I say to you, this is your time. No one's coming to save you. Like no one's coming to save you. So this is why I want you to learn this here and connect with me here at Speak Your Power Now as we're moving through some of the things of understanding. This is a movement. Girl, You Cute is a movement. And why healing matters because there's safety. The voice recovery is not anymore about you speaking being more assertive. It's about you understanding that it's not just healing women of color, but it's recovering your voice so you can have safety. You can have self-regulation, emotional regulation, and actually hear the words connect with your body, your mind, body, and soul. and name the things and stop normalizing things that make that no longer work for you. Begin to breathe slowly in and out. Give space for you to begin to be. This is your time. This is your space. I want to thank you for joining me today on the space. I show up every Tuesday. Listen, I'm on a cruise ship right now and I'm showing up. I'm on vacation right now. I'm showing up for you because I want you to know that you matter. Your voice matters. And in this space, I want you to use it in places where you never thought about it. This is your challenge this week. Use your voice right there. I'm Dr. Cheryl Clarke. Send this out to someone that you think that matters to you and know that their voice matters. Peace and blessings and have a wonderful, wonderful day. See you next week.
You are enough. Your voice is divine. Now speak.